Stories from everywhere. Who Owned the Elephant by Malvin Wald. Don went to a circus. In the circus was the biggest animal that Don had seen. That night, after Don had gone to bed, he thought about elephants. In the morning, he ran to the kitchen and told Mother about the biggest elephant in the circus. "Mother, may I have an elephant for my birthday present?" he asked. "Maybe," answered Mother, "but you will have to wait a while. You will not have a birthday for many days." Early on the morning of his birthday, Don ran to his mother. He asked her if she had got the elephant for him. Don's mother told him to open a large box that was in the kitchen. Don pulled out a stuffed elephant 2 feet high. Don thanked his mother for the presents. "But I wanted a real elephant like the biggest one in the circus," he said. Mother knew she never could get Don a real elephant. Then she remembered where the only elephant in the city was kept. The elephant was in the zoo. "Don," she said, "I will take you to see your elephant." Before long, Mother and Don were in front of the biggest cage at the city zoo. Inside the cage was a large elephant. "That is your real elephant," said Mother. "His name is Budge." "Thank you, Mother," said Don. "I am so happy to have an elephant of my very own." The big elephant was sleeping, so Don shouted, "Hello, Budge." Budge did not hear Don shout. He just kept on sleeping. "Poor old Budge," said Don. "I guess that he must be tired. Shall we take Budge home now, Mother?" "We cannot do that," answered Mother. "Why not?" asked Don. Mother did not want to tell Don that Budge belonged to the city, but she thought the city belonged to the people and Don was one of the people. So Budge belonged to Don as much as the anyone. "Well, Don," she said, "we have no place to keep him. He is too big for any room in our house." "Yes, I guess he is," said Don. "He is very large for a pet. He must eat a lot of food to make him grow that big." "Budge would eat everything we have," said Mother. "We would not have bales of hay to feed him. He eats many bales of it every day. Why not leave him here?" Just then a man who worked at the zoo came along. Mother saw him coming. "That is Budge's keeper," said Mother. "He will look after Budge. He will feed Budge and keep him clean. You can come here and see Budge anytime." Early the next day, Don was in front of Budge's cage again. Budge was asleep. "Hello, Budge," Don called out. Then the keeper came by. "Hello," said Don. "Budge sleeps a lot. What is the matter with him? Why does he sleep all the time?" "There is not a thing the matter with him," said the keeper. "Budge is a bad elephant. He stands with his back to people. He squirts water on me when he drinks. I wonder why Budge acts the way he does." "I know why," said Don. "No one ever showed him the right way to act." "Can you show him?" asked the keeper. "Yes, he is my elephant," answered Don. I will show him everything he should do. Every day Don came to Bud's cage. Bud got to know Don and to like him. Don always shouted, "Hello, Bud." Bud shouted back the way elephants do. The noise he made sounded as if he said, "Tra-ra-ra-ra." It was his way of saying, "Hello, Don." Don often talked to Bud about how he should act. "Now, Bud," he said, "you must act right. A lot of people come to see you. Face the people. You are not very pretty from the back." Bud acted as if he did not know what Don was talking about. One day, he turned around. After that, he stood so people could see his face. Trick at the zoo. The visitor began to stop and look at Bud. They said nice things about him. "His name is Bud," Don told all to the visitors. "He belongs to me." "Does he?" said the visitors. "That is a fine elephant you have." Now that the visitors stopped to look at Bud, he did everything he could to please them. He walked around. Often he waved his trunk as if he were trying to say, "Hello there." Sometimes Don would talk to Bud for a while. Then suddenly he would shout, "Hello, Bud." Bud shouted back, "Tra-ra-ra-ra." Don was more sure than ever that Bud was a good elephant. He told the keeper that he was sure Bud was not bad. "What about his squirting water on me?" asked the keeper. "What's him now?" The keeper got a hose and filled a pail with water. Don watched Bud fill his trunk with water. Then he saw Bud squirt it on the keeper. "Bud," said Don, "that is not a nice way to act. Stop squirting water." But Bud was feeling very good and he wanted to play. "Tra-ra-ra-ra, ta-ra-ra-ra," shouted Bud. Suddenly he filled his trunk again and squirted water on Don too. Don jumped away from most of the water. He got hold of the hose and then suddenly turned the water on Bud. The cold water from the hose made Bud jump. He tried to get away from the water. Bud shouted until Don put down the hose. "There, Mr. Bud," said Don. "It's not funny when you get squirted. From now on you will get water from this hose every time you squirt the keeper." Bud backed up in his cage. Don talked to him again. "Don't be afraid, Bud," said Don. "I will not squirt cold water on you if you do not squirt water on the others." Bud waved his trunk. That was his way of saying he would be good. "Fine," said Don, and he gave a few peanuts to the elephant. Bud quickly put the peanuts into his mouth. Then he said, "Ta-ra-ra-ran," to show how much he liked them. Summer went by quickly. Don always made Bud act just like any good elephant should. The keeper was so pleased he often let Don help him feed Bud. In the fall, Don went to school, where there were other boys to play with him. After school, one day a few of the boys were telling about their toys and pets. "I have a little blue boat," said Peter. "A boat is nothing," said Jack. "I have a big white dog. It's the biggest one you ever saw." "I own an elephant," said Don. The other boys laughed at Don. "I will show you," said Don. Don took the boys to Bud's cage in the city zoo. Bud was asleep. "There is my elephant," said Don proudly. His name is Patch. They took a look at Patch and then they laughed again. He is not yours, said Peter. He is too. Sit down. Hello, Patch. Patch woke up. He stood up on his legs and shouted, "Tararara!" On that, "Oh, that is nothing," said Jack quickly. "I am sure the elephant will do that for me too." Then Jack shouted, "Hello, Patch." Patch did not answer. He did not even look at Jack. "Hello, Patch," shouted Jack again, but there was still no answer from Patch. "See, sit down, he is my elephant." The other boys were sure now that Don was right. In a few days, Don's mother heard that the boys were very unhappy because they did not own an elephant. "I guess I will have to tell Don that the elephant at the zoo is not his," she said. So, Mother told Don that Patch was not his elephant after all. Patch belonged to all the people in the city. "But I am one of the people," said Don. "So Patch does belong to me." "He does in a way," she said his mother. "But he belongs to the other boys too. You must tell them they are unhappy. They want an elephant too. You should share Patch with them." "Well, let them get an elephant of their own," said Don. "Patch is the only elephant in the city," said Mother. "It will be nice if you would share him with the boys." "Patch and I are good friends," said Don. "We don't need anyone to share our fun." When the boys went out on the playground, they did not play games. They sat around and thought of how unhappy they were because they did not own an elephant. Don tried to play, but it was not fun to play without the other boys. At last he sat down too. That night Don was so unhappy he did not want to eat dinner. "What is the matter, Don?" asked the mother. "The other boys will not play with me because of Patch," answered Don. "Maybe you should share him with your friend," said his mother. Don thought about that and then said, "Mother, I will share Patch with the boys." The next day, Don took Jack, Peter, and the other boys to Patch's cage. "Patch is the only elephant in the city," said Don. "He belongs to all the people in the city. We are the people, so Patch belongs to all of us. We can share him." "Does Patch know that?" asked Peter. "I will tell him," said Don, and he shouted, "Hello, Patch." Patch got on his hind legs and shouted, "Tararara, tararara. The boys are your friend. They own you as much as I do," Don said to the Patch. Patch waved his trunk. "All right," said Don. "From now on, when they shout, 'Hello, Patch,' you must shout, 'Tararara' to them too." Don turned the other boys and said, "Now you try it." The boys shouted, "Hello, Patch." Patch just looked at the boys for a short time. Suddenly he got up and on his hind legs and shouted back, "Tararara." "What did I tell you?" Don said proudly. "Now we all own an elephant." "Tararara," said Patch. That was his way of saying, "I like all boys." Don said this thing. Did he know them or just think he knew? Patch was tired. Patch is the only elephant in the city. He is my elephant. Patch belongs to all of us. Thank you.